what is the potency of daily reading? Daily reading is very, very powerful. And he says, by daily recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam, something wonderful happens. And what happens? By daily recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam or daily reading of Srimad Bhagavatam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, becomes at once arrested in the heart of a devotee. So see the power of Srila Prabhupada's books. If you simply read them every day, Krishna will get arrested in your heart. Right now, what has arrested us? Maya has arrested us. If you want to get released from the arrest of Maya and want to capture Krishna in your heart, simply daily read. Is spiritual life difficult? That's why Krishna says, Susukhum kartum avyayam. You have this human body, you have Srila Prabhupada books, all his questions are answered, you have wonderful devotee association, you have nice temple, you have, you have everything. It's like we are so blessed. We are not being able to realize the fortunate position that we are in. Everything given, that's why spiritual life is called, it is a great blessing, it's a great fortune, and absolutely the most inexpensive method. No investment. What is that one investment?
Time.
One investment is there in spiritual life. What is that investment? Let's see what everybody says. We'll end with this. What is the investment you have to make? Time. Okay. Surrender. Okay.
Desire.
Conscious. Okay. Desire. Okay. Patience. Okay. Faith. Okay. All correct. One word is important. Huh? Sorry? Conviction, okay? Spirituals, all answers are perfect, all are right. But one thing that we must need, there should be a sincere desire to advance in Krishna consciousness. If that sincerity of purpose is what I am trying to say. So it's not that we have accepted Prabhupada and okay, now I've added this in my life and I'm going on, I'm doing this, doing that, everything along with that. Yes, there should be a sincerity of purpose. That spiritual life is so important. I've been saved by coming to Isckon, by coming at the shelter of Prabhupada. I want to be very serious. But life after life, Guru and Krishna you will not get, which you have got this lifetime. So we are very blessed, we are very lucky, and that we have Srila Prabhupada. So pranipatena, pariprashnena, and the third is sevaya. Sevaya means service. And so we have to serve Srila Prabhupada. How do we serve Srila Prabhupada? By following his instruction. The first service begins by reading and chanting. Shravanam, Kirtanam. So if we read and chant every day in accordance to the rules and regulations that Srila Prabhupada has given us, it is not at all difficult for putting an end to this cycle of birth and death and going back to the spiritual world. We must have complete faith, complete conviction that now I am safe, I am at the shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada is my spiritual master. Instructions, and the instructions are so simple, so easy. Chanting and reading and doing devotional service is not at all difficult. It's just that there's a difference between chanting and reading every day and chanting and reading seriously with quality. In the outside world, everybody talks about quality so much, isn't it? So in the same way, we must also, in doing our devotional service, Prabhupada says, we should not be just casually doing devotional service. Okay, now I've got Srila Prabhupada, I've got Bhagavad Gita, I've got everything on. No. Devotional service, Prabhupada says, don't do it casually. Do it constantly. In other places, he means do it with quality. quality counts a lot when it comes to devotional service. Rupa Goswami, in the Nectar of Instruction, he talks about quality very nicely. He says, what is our current situation and how we can come out of this current situation and get liberated. He says, right now our situation is Syat Krishna Rasanasya Narochikanu. So he's comparing our position to be actually Krishna's name, Syat, Krishna Nama Charitadi Sita. Sita means Krishna's name, character, quality. They are sweet like sugar candy. We all like to eat sugar candy. So Krishna's name, Krishna, they're all Sita, they're very extremely sweet. But right now, we are unable to relish that sweetness. I was traveling all over the globe. So suppose Prabhupada is in India and somebody is in US. So one devotee is Prabhupada, I want to ask you some questions. How do I ask you when you're not with us? You're somewhere else. Prabhupada said, I have given you my books. You just read my books and your questions will be answered. So then that devotee said, yes, thank you Prabhupada, very nice. But Prabhupada, suppose I have a question which I am not being able to find it in the books, in your books. Then how do I get that question answered? What is the answer? You have a question, Prabhupada books are limited, 60 volumes. Answer to that question. Disciples of Srila Prabhupada, theek hai. Suppose, so yeah, that is one thing. Disciples of Srila Prabhupada will answer. So if you're not able to find the answer to a question, you have to read again and again, and you will find answers to all the questions that you have or you will have in future. So this is the faith that we must have, that Prabhupada has not left any question unanswered. Every question is answered. We simply have to read them again and again and again. And this way, Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito, Prabhupada will reveal, he will give us, he will infuse, he will reveal transcendental knowledge in our heart by which we can go back to the spiritual world and put an end of material existence. So, it is not an ordinary thing. We have received this human form of life. It is a very, very special thing that this is the realization that should dawn upon us. Oh my God, I've got a human form of life. And all of us have sufficient experience of the sufferings in this material world. And so I have an opportunity to put a complete end to this entire suffering. It is possible and it is not at all difficult. It is so easy. Why so easy? Just like to cross an ocean is very difficult, isn't it? But suppose you're sitting in a ship and there's a wonderful captain. Is it difficult to cross an Atlantic Ocean? See how easy it is? All that you need to do is sit tightly in the ship. There may be oceans, there may be storm, thunder, this, that. Prabhupada also experienced all that. But he was just sitting on the ship and he crossed over. So we have to simply sit in the ship of which Srila Prabhupada is the captain, and so easy. It is said, Janame Janame Shab Pita Mata Pai, like get father and mother. They are also considered to be our gurus. Janame Janame Shab Pita Mata Pai.